Good day. Welcome back to another episode of MeatballCraft. Between episodes, I did a little bit more exploration. Oh my god. I did a little bit more exploration, didn't really find anything. And I also updated the pack. I was about 4 hot fixes behind, so hopefully that fixes some things. And today, I kind of know what I want to do today. It's kind of a bunch of random, it seemingly random stuff, but it'll be helpful for us in the future, except for one thing. But yeah, so one thing I want to get done first for real is a quantum link card, because I'm really tired after we come back to this dimension to access our inventory. It's getting annoying, especially since you have to go to a whole bunch of dimensions. So to fix that, we need a quantum link card, which is going to require a nebulous singular condensate. I don't know. Quantum link chamber, which is easy for us to make, and quantum link ring, which is also easy for us to make. So what we need to do now is we'll just focus on getting this, and to get this, you need that nebulous singularity thing I told you about. Take it from here, and all you need is about 5,000 nebula souls. Get nebula souls from Enderman. So what we will do is probably, who's even on this right now? Me, the gatekeeper, go away. Oh, wait. No, wait. Do I need you? I needed you for something. I don't remember, but I'm sure we have enough. And I actually think instead of tearing this down, I'm just gonna, since it's a bigger structure, we're just gonna make more factories on top of it, honestly. I think that's probably the best bet here. And actually, I retract that statement because if you look at the recipes for the nebulous soul, it's really just used for this, which I don't think we need this. Yeah, I don't think we need that. And then it's used for the singularity, and the singularity is just used for this. So I'll probably just replace this with Enderman and let it run for a little bit. Excuse me, sir. I need to program this. Thank you. Okay, I hate how the Enderman dodge arrows. Where? Look at that. I didn't even know I'm shooting at him. There's that good. And there we go. We have our controller on this with the max upgrades and everything. So we should be getting nebulous hearts. Ooh, Enderman head. Do we have Enderman heads? Enderman head. Hopefully we do. Because, I mean, not that I care. Let's see what else it drops. I think this will probably be, I don't think we need anything else, honestly. Yeah, I think it'll take a little bit to get the 5,000 mark, but we can do other stuff while we wait. And one of the first things we can do is actually go ahead and get ourselves a quantum link chamber. We'll need to tell the system how to craft it, but we can craft all of this along with the quantum ring as well. So I won't make you guys watch that. So now we have our quantum ring and quantum link chamber. I don't think we have all the nebulous stuff we need. We're very close. So to get the nebulous actual, like, this thing, it says the quantum compressor's lag gets better to use quantum condenser multi-block. So we need to look into the multi-block, actually. To make this, we're going to need, can we make this? It would seem we might be able to. Block of black iron, crystalline, item inputs, and item outputs, and an energy hatch. Yeah, easy enough. So let's see what it takes. It takes about 500,000 a tick. 500,000 a tick? Hello? What? Whatever. We don't need to run it that long. We can run it for the craft and, unhook it from the power. So not the end of the world. So what we're going to go ahead and do here is probably tell the system how to craft this quantum compressor. We won't use it. We'll instantly unlearn it, I think, and then craft the rest of this. It's pretty straightforward. We have all the crafts for everything and all the materials. So here we go. We have our quantum condenser. We just need one of these. Should I have put that quantum thing in my inventory for a quest? I don't know. Well, let me see. The things we're going to need is 8 blocks of black iron. And that's just black iron block with crystalline nuggets. And then just straight up blocks of black iron. And then also blocks of crystalline. So all stuff we have. And I will go ahead and get this all together. All right, let's see if we have everything and just go ahead and build away. And then I'll probably change out some parts here to see what we need. Because, yeah, all the item inputs are up here. They have to go in up there. So we had to do a ludicrous energy input because that's just the lowest one that could like accept the power we need. It needs to accept 500,000, but this accepts 13 million. So it is what it is. But yeah, other than that, everything else looks pretty good to me. We might have to come in from the top actually. We go underneath and look. Yeah, there's no real access points to this. Oh no, there is. There are. We'll just switch them out to be on the bottom. However, I don't think we'll be able to switch out the output, which is most unfortunate, but we'll leave it. We won't even need to pull it out right now, honestly. We just need to hook it up to the ME system and start outputting nebulous stuff into here. Oh, we have enough. Cool. So we can just grab. Honestly, we can just do it ourselves, to be honest. How many stacks is that? That's quite a few, but I think we'll just do it ourselves. Just this one time. We only need one of them. Also, you might have saw me switch it out, but I did 3 ludicrous item inputs because you need at least 5,000 items minimum to get the singularity for different things. And I wanted to like condense it into like as little. I want to have as little export buses as possible. So ludicrous is definitely the best, I think. Unless there's an even better one. No, ludicrous is the best one. So I just got 3 of these. Now let's go up here. Let's fill this dirt back in for now. I'll build the rest of it out like this. But for now, we don't have any power to it. And that is because we're not giving it power. So if we do this, it should have a recipe now. Not enough energy, correct. And then if we go ahead and set this to our power out, this will get all the power it needs, hopefully. Missing input item, it shouldn't be. It should absolutely have what it needs. Oh no, it did have it. It just did it so fast I didn't realize it. It even did it. So there we go. We have our nebulous singular condensate, which means now all we need to do is get a singularity, and the singularity you put like a 64K drive, which we need to get. Because I don't think we have one just sitting around of the items at least. So we'll get one of those going. And then we're going to need a matter condenser. Matter condenser acquired. And then we're going to need just, I think it's just, I don't know how many items it is, to be honest. Oh, 256,000. What do we have 256,000 of? In terms of, I mean, we got a lot, so do cobblestone. Let's do stone. I don't know. So we do have the singularity. I'm going to see if there's a better way to do this with a water source. So I'm waiting for that to craft. But in the meantime, we can get just an inscriber. Do we have any just inscribers just sitting around? We have one advanced inscriber. That should work. I don't think these need power per se. So let's just go ahead and do this here. Got acceleration cards. And then where's my singularity? There it is. And then we're going to need the advanced card as well. Make one of these. That. And now we have a quantum link card. So putting a dense infinite water source underneath this does in fact work. It's kind of slow, but I mean, we don't need any more right now. So let's passively make singularities for us. So I built it in our like wire floor here, so it looks like it's connected. It's like not taking up any channels. So if I put this in here, and then we go over to our other wireless, remove this, and now I kind of want to see if I come over here, can I access it? I can. And if we go to our old base, we can access it. Yes, that's so nice now. I'm also giving up on these iridium seeds. I think they're iridium seeds. Yeah, so these iridium seeds are not getting past 28 for some reason, and I don't know why. Like, I've gone through at least like 3 stacks of crop sticks, and it just won't go past it for some reason. So let's just test these out, see which is the best here. Let's see. These are 10-10-8s, and these are 10-10-7. So we will take the 10-10-8s and just plant these down and let it do its thing. So after I updated the pack after a couple of hot fixes, it showed me the rest of the quests. Not that we can get to them, but I think I always had it set to this. I'm not really sure. But as you can see, we are here. And that's just the main progression line, by the way. You got all the other tabs as well. But yeah, we're not, we got a lot more to do here. But I see if we go here, do the hot fusion, we go up to here, we get into space soon. And we really, really need to do that because Sedna Night, where is it? Sedna, yeah, this stuff is a huge, huge bottleneck for us. Everything I want to do, we're set up to do, is pretty much being held up by this singular ingot. So we need to do something about that. And in order to get there, we need a solid state fusion computer. And solid state fusion coils as well. It seems that this is how you craft it. We're gonna need diamond singularities, which is unfortunate. And then the rest of this, I think we already have because of last episode when we were crafting all that stuff. All this seems pretty easy. A stellar alloy, clay, melodic, and yeah, we should be good on this, honestly. We'll just have to craft up the diamond singularities. And we're good on that, but we also need to teach the system how to make the solid state fusion coils. And to make that, I guess you can find them on some planet, I don't know. But to really craft them, we're going to need this. I know we don't have Peats. We have this iridium neutron reflector we don't have. The nichrome heating coil we don't have. This we have. Crystalline lens. Don't have that. Have that. I think that's superconductors too, I think. Yeah, we pretty much know how to make it all though. So it's really, let's see. So crystalline takes mana steel, which we can probably just grow because I don't feel like going down there and doing that myself. So probably just start growing mana steel through the seeds. Yeah, it's probably worth doing it, but or maybe not. I'm really not sure, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not seeing much of a use for a lot of mana steel, whatever. So what we're gonna go and do is I'm just gonna grab some iron, and we'll just grab a whole bunch of it at once. And then if we need to, at some point later down the line, if we need a lot of it, we'll make seeds for it. But not that important right now. We have so much mana, we can just do it all at once and not worry about it at all. So one little tedious thing I did notice is that in order to craft this stuff, or to use it, you only get one per, and so we're gonna need in total, what was it? 16. So we need in total 32 of these, which sucks because it does require this crystal ball, and there's seems to be no way of, like, I don't know, like automating this. We have to do the ritual of the forest 32 times. Which it's not expensive or anything. I'm not sure that the starting power and all that, if that's a lot or a little, I don't know. Let's see if this thing will tell us how much power it has. Yeah, you gotta figure out this stuff, I guess. Yeah, I've never really messed with bewitchments aside from like what we did here, so I gotta figure it out. Alright, so I went online and everyone was like, oh, you should probably just do it in a flower field. And that seems to have worked because now we're at 518 out here, which is nice. We're in the overworld, but I'm just back up. And a little update on that ritual I have to do for this. So I'll kind of take you guys through it, but according to my research, I think I need to do like one yellow chalk, get a ritual, like a normal ritual chalk here, and then a phasing chalk as well, denoted by these colors. So it's like one block in the middle, and then 3 like a circle, and then circle again with purple next to the altar. And I think that's what we need to do in order to get this ritual 4-stack going, and then we'll just toss all this other stuff into the ritual. And also to get these chalks, it's not too hard. So the ritual chalk itself is just wood ash, cobblestone, birch soul. Birch soul you get by just melting down a birch sapling, which is what I'm doing right here and now. And then the focal chalk after that, in a cauldron, you got to throw the ritual chalk you just made, a gold nugget, and liquid witchcraft. That comes from a witch's oven doing mandrake, which I will do in a second. And then phasing chalk comes from the ritual chalk again, but dimensional sand glowstone. So how do I get dimensional sand? Just Eye of Ender. Easy enough. So if I did this right, I should just have to throw this in with that and glowstone. Do I right click? It changed colors. I might have done this wrong. I got it. It wasn't in range of the... Stop starting fires. Range of our table, so I moved it over here into the overworld so we can actually get the energy from there, and that seems to work. And now we have this complete for our rituals, so we should be able to go ahead and do it and put all this back. It's so nice being able to access this from anywhere. It is so nice. So put all that stuff back and try and follow the guide for... get rid of that, the crystal ball. So it looks like one... I'll try and do it myself, but we'll see how it works. Alright, I have particles, so I think I drew this correctly. They did change a little bit once I completed the circle, so I think I did it right. The thing is, these items, glass, quartz, and droplet of wisdom. Get the droplet of wisdom. Just burn elder saplings. Do we have elder saplings? Elder saplings, we do. I'll go do that. Well, actually, no, I won't go do that. I'll do it right here, because why not? We'll go ahead and do this. We'll grab our enrichment stuff. We'll grab some coal and throw it all in, and we'll get what we need. So yeah, definitely didn't put it because it just now recognized that I did it. I'm not really sure how it did that, but yeah, it seems to recognize that we did it. So if I just click on this, then 1, 2, 3, and then click on it again, is something happening? I don't know. I don't think anything's happening. But if I right click again with my hand, oh, I didn't like that. Why not? So whatever happened, it definitely tried to use all of our stuff. So I'm not really sure how we... something about a skull. Not sure if this works. If I put this on the altar. Okay, so times 2's that's cool. Well, that's cool at least. I'll try and figure this out. I'm not really sure why it didn't work. I think the ritual has to be within 16 blocks of the altar. The focal point at least. And I don't think this is. It could be, but why is 65? Yeah. I think that's the problem. I'm gonna have to redraw this whole thing probably. Alright, I've rebuilt it. Pretty much the focal point's pretty much on top of the altar at this point. I built it high enough so I can still walk under here, but now it's definitely within 16 blocks. Let's make sure we're at full power. No, it didn't like that either. Why not? Definitely try it again. I don't know. I think we're running out of power somehow. So I put scrolls on here to like make sure we get more power more quickly, and we upped our like overall amount a little bit. But I think we're just running out of it. That seems to be the problem. Because it lasted a little longer this time, but it ended up failing. I did not realize this, but you put a sword on this, it really bumps up the amount that you can store, which is really useful. So I put a diamond sword on. I'm not sure if the level of sword matters, but I did diamond just because why not? And we went from like 600 something, possibly 700 to like 1,250 pretty much. That's definitely worth doing. That did the trick. Bumping up to there. I'm not really sure what the max is you need. Probably about 600-ish with some room to spare. But yeah, that seems to be it. So I'll do this another... I don't even remember how many times I need to do this now. We need to do it. It's used for 2 for 1. And I need to do this 32 more times. Oh my god. Well, at least I didn't go through the whole thing because I realized we're almost halfway through this. What I do it like 32 times or whatever. It's reusable. I didn't see that little tidbit, that nice green text right there that's in your face. Yeah, I missed that part. So we're good actually. And we're gonna need 32 of these bad boys. So I just made 27. We're missing the glass stuff. We'll craft some of it. And 32. There we go. The next thing we need is the nichrome heating coil, which is actually really easy. It's just putting in a rolling machine, which we already have, nickel and chrome, both of which we have in abundance. So not really worried about that. We'll just make a stack at a time because why not? And then we'll go ahead and just request that just for right now. Just because I'm not really sure how long it's going to take. And we're just, yeah, we're smelting the nickel we get. That's good. I also realized, I think we're out of patterns. All right. Yeah, we are. No, we're not. There we go. The next thing on the list here is we need to, let's get our pattern provider out, or pattern terminal, whatever, out. We need the iridium neutron reflectors, and to get that, we need iridium, which we have in abundance. That's fine. We also need thick neutron reflectors, which require beryllium or a molten beryllium cell, and neutron reflectors. Neutron reflectors are just pulverized coal, which we should have a lot of. Pulverized tin, which we don't. We didn't make it if we don't have a pattern for it, and copper plates. So that's pretty easy. Got that done, and then we'll see what we need for the beryllium cells. So it looks like molten beryllium cell isn't really a thing. I guess there's not really much of a way to get it. You got beryllium ingots, which can go into a melter. I guess you can do that and then directly put it into, let's see, the molten beryllium. Can fluid transpose the molten beryllium. Do we have any beryllium? Oh, we don't. Actually, that could be an issue. You know, step one's probably get that together. Where do you get the dust from? You get it from andesites. Okay. We could do this, honestly. We're probably gonna need beryllium at some point anyway, so we might as well crush andesite and go through MeatballCraft and then back to Technoborn. All right, I've got our andesite thing set up here. This nice little compact thing. I love Ender.io conduits so much. So essentially what we're doing is we had to branch off and get another set of smart cables because this is getting overloaded with the channels. Essentially what we're doing is exporting the andesite that we are getting from our resource, not our resource, our material miner. You know what I'm talking about. The miners we have out there. So we're getting andesite from that. The same way we're getting like stone and whatever else we're getting out here. Wherever it is, the andesite and the diorite and all that. So anyway, we're crushing this, and then every so often we will get the borax that we're looking, or the beryllium that we're looking for. The beryllium then gets sent to right here, gets smelted, and then gets put into our system. And then there's another output here. So if we go to use this for andesite, and we see the rock crush here, this alugentum dust is really useless in terms of like what we're going for and everything. You could find a use for it for sure, but you can only use it to like melt this down, and this melts and this mixes in a chemical reactor with oxygen to get alumina and silver. Alumina's not, you want aluminum and oxygen back? We don't need more aluminum, so we're not going to do that. And then we also get crushed arsenic, but crushed arsenic itself is not really used for anything like as of yet. You have to melt it down into molten arsenic, and then from there you can combine it to like other useful things. So what we're doing is we're sending the molten arsenic, or not, the crushed arsenic, out the bottom, and then over to this melter, we're melting it, and then we're putting it into our system as a fluid and not an item. And also, by the way, that's the useless stuff I was talking about. It always goes in the second slot, which is nice about MeatballCraft is like the crushed arsenic will always go here, the beryllium will always go here, and the useless stuff, whatever it was called, always goes here. So I have it set up like the middle slot to push out towards the top, towards this trash can. So we're just voiding it, and then this always goes the same way. This will always go the same way. It's all very, very predictable, I guess. Like repeatable. I don't know. It's also worth noting. Be careful when you look at this. These are two different berylliums. One's molten beryllium and like one's normal beryllium, obviously. But this beryllium is you can only get from Technoborn. There's no other way to get it. I guess you could also get it from no, it's really just Technoborn. You can get it from this beryllium, but this beryllium only comes from UU matter. So we don't want to do that at all. We're gonna go with a molten beryllium path because all we have to do now is shove our newfound beryllium into a melter and get it that way, and then shove it into an empty cell. And I have a interesting little setup here. over here for our molten beryllium. So we're gonna fill this thing up, this fluid transposer with molten beryllium, and then we're gonna keep exporting beryllium into this until this fills up. It's kind of like our buffer. It'll act as a buffer, kind of the same way these Ender IO tanks do. So we'll go ahead and do that, and this will eventually fill up. I'll put this in there now. And then whenever we request something, I have a thing here. It'll put in one empty cell into here, and then it'll fill up and then spit out a molten beryllium cell. So yeah, I think now I just need to teach the system how to make a cell. I think, so I don't think it knows how to make a cell. I can make the molten beryllium cell, but not that. Yeah, the compressed air cell can just go away. I don't. Let's see. So in order to make a Tech Reborn cell, oh, why are there so many? Nope, go away, please. I just need a normal cell. Which means these thick neutron plates are now taken care of. And you don't necessarily have to automate this. I mean, yes you do. I'm kidding. You always do. So now we see the iridium neutron reflector plates, and that's all good for us, honestly. So we go ahead and just encode that pattern as well. Like so. Would be the iridium ingots. Allow substitutions just in case another kind of iridium comes through. We'll do that. It takes care of that. And for the rest of the solid state stuff, we should be good. We need cursed slime and peats, and I think we're good on everything else. So I think we have to go back to Between Lands because we're gonna need this cursed slime. This cursed slime comes from menacing sludge, which we don't have. Dropped by the sludge and menace and Between Lands, I guess. We're also gonna need the sap. What was that? The sap kit. Sap spit. That comes from slime balls surrounding a dreadful bone, also which we don't have. So we gotta go beat the peat mummy, I guess. Also worth noting, there's another way to get the sap spit. You can't use a Valnite gateway with just liquid corallium and the slime ball. However, I don't really feel like melting down that much liquid corallium. We definitely could. It's $250 per chunk. How much does it require? 50. So we get what? 5. Maybe we will actually, but we still have to go kill this guy because I don't know. So this is. Do I have to wait? I'm so confused. The sludge menace and the Between Lands. But what's this? What? Oh wait, we can make this callstone. Spawns bedrock. Do not use in your base. Use in dimension overworld. We should be able to craft this actually. Oh wait, what's this? Peat mummies. We gotta go beat them up. Also, after the update, my stuff no longer flies out of my inventory, which is fantastic. I forgot about that until we showed up. I'm like, oh wait, not in my inventory anymore, or flying out. So now we just need to go find. I don't know if he just like spawns in somewhere. Okay, I have to look it up. Or it is like the next day or something. I realized I don't want to go down that path because we don't need to. Because we can just make the sap. The sap spit with this, which we're going to do this anyway since we have access to it, because I don't want to go down the whole path. There's a whole thing you have to do to spawn the peat mummy and all that, and I just don't feel like doing it right now. So what I am going to do is the Valnite gateway stuff. We're just going to remove, or where is it? Over here. What I'm going to do is really just remove this for now. That starter will go to waste. It's fine. It's not that big of a deal. We'll just do this for now. And then we'll get the corallium in there. And it may seem expensive, but we have those seeds that make an unholy amount of corallium for us. So we'll regain what we just lost in about 5 seconds. I just put in the wrong multi-block. I'm big dumb. There we go. Here's our sap spit. I forgot we still need to get the menacing sludge, though, which is unfortunate, which means we do have to go past this. We gotta kill peat mummies somehow. I gotta find them. Alright, I found who we're looking for. We're looking for these peat mummies, so we'll go ahead and grab you. Then if we go ahead and spawn them in our... we gotta put this in our actual base. I always just come back here. It looks like we are getting these shimmer stones. So next all we have to do is do this. We should be able to craft it. We have the shimmer stone. I don't know why it's not... They're just not like, I don't know, weird. So now we have to do is drop this in the overworld, which is where we're at, funnily enough. And then I didn't get this magnet off again. And it says it spawns bedrock, so let's spawn it. I don't know, here. Do I just drop it? Or do I use it? This is a callstone. Oh, I use it. Oh! Good thing I did it over here. Oh my god. Okay. It did say don't use it in your base, to be fair. So let's see who's inside. Who are you? Large sludge worm. This is disgusting. Oh wait, I want my magnet back on. Who's in here? Everyone in here is disgusting. Please perish as fast as possible. What is this? The mist bridge. What is that? Alright, this is still, I'm still in utter disgust. This is disgusting. Okay, so pestilence, right click a loyal. Wait, right click to summon a loyal duo of little sludges. Okay. Interesting. How do I go upstairs? Ew. Okay. This looks like a boss room. With the, the buttons. The bedrock. Yeah, I can't spawn. Okay. Let's press the button. Oh. Is that the guy? Interesting. Okay, he can hit me. Oh, I have to smack him with my actual hand. Okay. And he's dead. Cool. So we got the menacing sludge. Nice. Okay, my recording messed up. I don't know, my keybind messed up or what. But we did just craft the saps, or this cursed slime. We got everything we need. You didn't really miss anything, so at least that's good. We need peat as the last part, though. And I haven't used a peat bog in a long time. So we might do that, but I don't know if I have a boggy princess or not. We don't have marshy drone or boggy princess, sorry. But we do have marshy, I'm pretty sure. Maybe maybe it's tropical. Maybe we don't have marshy. But they do just spawn naturally in the world, so I think we're gonna go with the B route, just because it's really easy. And I think you do need peat for a couple other things later down the line, maybe, possibly, or maybe not. Yeah, I don't. Enchanted greenhouse could be useful. I need peat, so well, let's go with the bees. Well, look what it is. I've searched a long time for you. And we just combine two for a miry queen. Come on. There we go. I'm not really sure what's going on here. We have the miry queen. Oh. Now, yeah, see, now when I start recording, you find it. It wasn't recognizing the flowers. I gave it mushrooms and everything else, and it wasn't happening. So, make sure you don't re-queen yourself. And then put our marshy and our mire together. We get a boggy. Just what we need. Oh, no. It seems to turn... This one seems to turn everything into... marsh... like, mycelium. Which, honestly, as long as it doesn't affect our flux drones and everything, I don't care. And now we are getting peat into the system, which is all well and good. And we need, what's that, 8 per thing. So 8 times, was it 16? Is 124? 128? Question mark? Alright, I'm getting a little carried away here, but we're producing peat so slowly. It's been, we only got one since I last checked. Oh, it's been like 20, 25 minutes. We've only gotten one. But actually, I'm going to save that for next episode. I didn't get like the best traits. The only thing that's like the best is fertility is not even the best, but never sleeps true. That's probably the best thing we have. I'm going to save that for next episode, and I'm going to go through it. I know it says kind of boring. I'm not the biggest fan of forestry, but it's not terrible. Another thing I did notice is while I was trying to look up stuff for this, there's like no real guides on it. There is one guide that I've been kind of following, and I'll link that in the description for next episode. But I also kind of want to do my own thing to kind of show you exactly what it is that I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I think it'll be helpful and it'll be entertaining for some, not for others, and that's just kind of the way things go. But yeah, so next episode will be maxing out our bees, because let's check our peat. It's been... we haven't even gotten one more, and it's been at least probably a half hour at this point, and we've only gotten 8. That's not going to do. So next episode, we need to max out our bees. And then that won't take too long. I'll just kind of show you the basic overview of how to do it. And then we will, from there, continue on the main quest line to this hot fusion task. But we got most of it done. And by most of it, I mean we, in theory, could craft a solid state fusion thing. And, you know, just for shits and gigs, let's craft one. So here it is for one of them. Let's go ahead and start the craft. Oh, that'll probably take a while, if I had to guess, but I'm not sure if it's for this one or what. Why it's scheduled a stack, I don't know. And there we go. We got one solid fusion coil. We'll craft the rest later. The only thing that's holding us up now is the peat, which is why we have to the bees. We haven't even gotten one extra, so yeah, I gotta work on that. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.